what do you think the biggest challenge was for you to get in shape? Initially, was it, finding some success, or was it finding motivation, or was it like routine? Like, what challenges did you initially have in terms of becoming healthier?
I had a lot of challenges. Like it was not just like some simple thing for me because I had to change a lot of aspects of my life to like get to the body that I wanted. Like for instance, diet was like a huge part of it. I feel like I was like I said in the beginning, vegetarian for the most part, not really eating meat very often. So part of like getting your body in shape is like protein intake. So the diet was like a lot for me because I thought I would be eating healthy because all I'm eating is like fruits and vegetables, but like that really wasn't the case. And maybe that was like a result in me like over consuming in like different ways. Like,
Well, I've talked to some vegetarians that initially had a hard time staying in shape because it's so easy to eat pasta and breads and those type of things if
yeah,
you're not on point.
like I was definitely doing that. Or then like you have your vegetables and you're like dipping it in like so much ranch or like sauce, and it's like that's a lot of calories that you're putting in your body. So yeah, I was definitely like overeating. So just like changing the diet was like a huge thing. And then another part was like I didn't really know how to work out. So that was like I had mentioned, I was just doing the workout classes here and there with like friends and stuff. So like learning how to like weight train and what parts of your body to like work out on, like that work together, like figuring out how to work out was like a, sh- a struggle for me, definitely. So the diet, how to work out, and then just like believing in myself, like, and feeling like worthy of a good body. Like I had said, like I just had kind of came to a point where I just like thought my body before what I have now was just like what it was going to be. Like that was just like what I was kind of stuck with, and maybe what I thought I deserved, which is like disappointing, but my that was my reality for sure. So I think a lot of my transformation just came from like learning to believe in myself and like give myself credit.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges is always mentally. People that we work with tend to not believe or understand what's possible. We hear quite a bit, you're younger than some of our other clients, and they get so used to being unhealthy and out of shape that they don't think having a 4 pack or a 6 pack or being fit, if that's their goal, is even a possibility anymore. I think one of the other challenges you had is obviously we ran some lab work, so your levels were a little bit low in certain areas. So we tried to optimize a couple things that definitely helped from
Yeah.
an energy perspective.
Yeah, I mean, in the lab work alone, like just like I think one of the biggest things that like the lab work showed that I was able to like immediately start seeing changes was just taking like the thyroid supplement, because I felt like once I started taking that, I was had like a lot more energy. It felt like a lot less like sluggish.
Yep.
So definitely like that was like probably what I was like most intrigued on in the lab work. And then when it did come back, like there were just like no denying that like I was not healthy in a lot of aspects. So
Yeah. I mean, your testosterone levels were on the low side.
everything, my lab work was like completely awful. I remember sending it to like some people in my family, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, like yeah, this is nothing about this lab work is like anything to be happy about." So it's just nice to know like where you're at, because again, like in my mind, I thought like, oh, I'm like vegetarian. I like whatever. It was just like all things in my head that I thought I was doing right. But the lab work just like really put a lot of things into perspective, because it doesn't lie. Labs don't lie.
Labs don't lie, numbers don't lie, body fat percentages don't lie, all those things just don't lie, right?
Yeah.